All the things that I would do for some time alone with you. Can't stop looking at your face. We should make out in your room. We could go the whole way too. Swear you always act so rude until we're all alone. All alone, all alone. All the things that I would do some time alone. Hi, everyone. It is February 12th, 2026. 2 days until Valentine's Day. Love is in the air. And to kick off Valentine's Day, we are going to be taking a look at some tea that has spilled over the past few hours regarding Amberlynn's soft, gentle love. It is the most soft, it is the most gentle love of all time. And, Amberlynn is willing to do anything to protect it. On the other side of the relationship, I don't know if that's the way it works, though. But yeah, we have some things to look at. We definitely have some things to look at. I have a few tabs pulled up here. Babyface Jordy. I know. I got rid of it. I just like... Sometimes you just gotta start new. It's just hair. It'll be back. Not like it's gonna be like Baby Bird or anything. Tonight's co-host is Kuromi, a tan version of Kuromi from Hawaii. And she has a necklace, like a little Kuromi emblem as well. She's all bedazzled up. It is the 20th anniversary, I guess, of Kuromi or Hello Kitty or something. I mean, Hello Kitty has been around a lot longer than 20 years, I'd imagine. But, yeah. Lovely little Kuromi wearing her little necklace here from Hawaii is our co-host this evening. I shaved my head yesterday. Did you? Do you regret it? I kind of want to shave my head. Remember, like, in the beginning of COVID when all of, like, the hair places were closed? And it was really difficult to get a haircut. I would have loved to have just shaved my head. You know what I mean? Oh, God. Can we please go back in time? I'd love it. I'd love to go back to the beginning of the pandemic. Wouldn't you guys? Oh, my gosh. So, okay. Today we are going to be taking a look at several screenshots. I don't know if you guys have seen the video yet, but there is a release of new voice notes from Emily that just has hit Girl World a few hours ago. We're going to take a look at it. First, though, however, I want to take a look at a screenshot from one of Amberlynn's friends, not friends, frenemies, enemies, not... I don't really know what the nature of the relationship between Amberlynn and Alexis is at the moment. But Alexis did watch the stream from the other night when we were going over Corky's reaction to Amberlynn talking shit on her. And Alexis had some things to say about it. So I think that it's only fair that we take a look at what Alexis had to say regarding some similarities between the grievances that Corky recently aired about Amberlynn and how Alexis feels that there was maybe a similarity or two or three or 40 between the relationship that she had with Amberlynn at one point. So we definitely need to pay some mind to that as well. The girls are fighting. Okay. Diabolical thumbnail. Thank you for this earlier when we were not live. I appreciate it. Fine, I'm here. Thank you so much, Diabolical Thumbnail. Oh, gosh, I had to twist your arm to get that out of you, huh? Thank you so much. Lily, thank you for this as well. We had to postpone our annual winter break Boston trip, so you're coming along to Sweden instead. Virtual hugs to all of the shorties. Green, gray on all platforms. Oh, my goodness. Going to Sweden instead? Well, I mean, that doesn't sound like much of a, I don't know. I'd rather go to Sweden than Boston, in all honesty. So, probably have more fun there anyway. I hope you have a lovely time, Lily. Thank you for sending that in. Hope you're enjoying your winter break. Winter break? Isn't winter break over with? Aren't we coming up on spring break? Like maybe like in what, 6 weeks is spring break? Maybe sooner. So is she crashing out on the live right now over it coming out? I don't know. I really don't know, you guys. Like it's very difficult to cover that stuff because it's not interesting. It's not funny. It's grating. It's grating. I don't have fun covering it. I think that you guys are picking up on the fact that I'm not having fun covering it. So, I mean, I will also say that with everything that has gone on with Salty Crab in the past few days, I'm not too, I don't want to say that I'm never going to cover it again, but like I'm not as, hands-on about wanting to cover every, because kind of what is going around the community right now is that Salty Crab got in trouble based on things that the LCU people said. So if one of the LCU people, for example, said S my D, and then Salty Crab used that clip in one of her videos, she got flagged for some type of violation on the community guidelines. So I don't want to put my channel at risk for things that they say. So Apathetic Facts did upload as well. I mean, perhaps we could take a look at the abbreviated version. I'll have to take a look at it. I haven't checked out Apathetic Facts' channel today. In all honesty, I didn't really have any reactionary content planned. I just wanted to show you guys a lot of these screenshots and these voice notes that are currently going around, and then I thought maybe we could do like a lemon shortbread bite or something. But yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe we could look at an abbreviated version. The Cliff Notes of screaming. Oh my god, Cliff Notes. Remember Cliff Notes? Oh my god. There was this website I used to use when I didn't feel like reading a book for, some assignment or whatever, and I would use some website called Schmoop. I wonder if Schmoop is still in service. Wonder if Schmoop still exists. Did anyone else use Schmoop as their Cliff Notes? Is Salty active on any social media? I have not seen, much, if anything. So, I'm going to say no, but I don't know. Okay, so let's start out with No Fear Shakespeare. Yeah, No Fear Shakespeare. I mean, that was the only way that you could read Shakespeare. I mean, you couldn't read Shakespeare otherwise. Like, none of it makes sense because no one really understands Old English. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So what I am pulling up on the screen right now is a screenshot of something that Alexis had to say regarding some similarities between the friendship, if you can even call it that, between her and Amberlynn versus her and Corky. So Alexis here said that I mentioned in one of my streams the other day when we covered Corky that Amberlynn only stays friends with people so that she can keep tabs on them so that she can blackmail them later. Alexis feels that that statement that I made was so true. And Alexis has learned to stop trusting Amberlynn and venting to her, really just associating with her in general. It's not a good look. It's not a good time. It's not a good idea because anytime that friends typically share personal information with each other or they tell each other things that they wouldn't tell other people, that is being used actively to put into works as some type of ammunition against Alexis. Alexis went on to say that she did it she used to do that to Alexis when she was making videos on YouTube, and she's still doing it now. She will ask about Amberlynn. She will ask about Alexis and her current girlfriend's relationship. And if Alexis gives anything that is just more than maybe like a succinct, like, oh, we're fine. Oh, we're good. Thank you for asking. She'll start to do a little bit more digging. Like, oh, well, are there any problems in your relationship? Like, are you guys happy? Do you think that she's the one? Does she do anything that makes you mad? Like kind of poking around a little bit to see if there's any issues so that Amberlynn can learn about them and then use them as ammunition later. People like this are absolutely exhausting. If you come across someone like this in your personal life, you need to get rid of them because people like that rarely change, in my opinion. And you should not want to be close with someone just so that you can get information out of them so that you can use against them later to blackmail them to get what you want. It's weird. That's not a friendship. That's not anything that anyone should want to keep like in their personal life. So Amberlynn would always poke and prod around Alexis's personal life, namely her relationship, so that she could get information out of Alexis and use it against her somehow in the future if Alexis were to act out of line. So say Alexis were to re-up her channel again and she were to start making reactionary content, Amberlynn could pull out receipts and say, oh, well, remember that time that you told me about the turmoil between you and your girlfriend's relationship? Oh, well, I'm gonna. So Alexis has learned that it's better just to not associate with her at all because at this point, the relationship is ruined, the friendship is ruined, the trust is ruined, and Amberlynn doesn't want to be friends with someone for the fact of, harboring a good friendship and a good relationship with someone. It's more so that she can use it to her advantage in the future. Alexis also went on to say that she mentioned to Amberlynn that she gained a little bit of weight recently since she has gotten into a relationship. Something that's common for people that get into relationships because, the journey's over. The hunt is over. You don't really need to look good for anyone. You've already found your prey. Now you can just stay in your relationship and gain weight and be happy. Some more than others. But Alexis did mention this to Amberlynn recently, and Amberlynn wanted to follow up with it and say, well, how much weight? Now that you're with a girlfriend, you like put on some weight? Oh, well, how much? What do you weigh now? Like, how much did you weigh at the start of the relationship versus, like, right now? She legit asked Alexis how much I thought I had gained and how much I weigh. Like, girl, worry about your own weight. She acts like she's asking out of concern or care, but I obviously know how she is and can identify immediately what she's trying to do. Well, girl, if you need tips, like if you've put on weight during your relationship, I can give you like some tips as to like what you could do to like make it better and everything. Like I care about you. I care about you as a friend. I don't want to see you gain weight. I don't want to see you unhealthy. Alexis, I deeply care about you. So because I care about you so much, tell me how much weight did you gain? What's your weight now? Like what is it? So like how tall are you and what's your weight? And like, you know what I mean? Like, so I mean, Amberlynn is a manipulative person, but not all manipulative people are good at it. Really good manipulators, they're very intelligent. Amberlynn is not that case, so she's trying to do it, but it's as clear as day what she's trying to do. So I think it's safe to say that Alexis and Amberlynn don't really associate much anymore. And if they do, it's very like, how are you? Good. How are you? I'm well. Thank you. And then that's it. Because it's kind of like Amberlynn doesn't trust Alexis and Alexis doesn't trust Amberlynn. So, sometimes in friendships when that trust gets shattered and, you see true colors and, damage and stuff like that, it's kind of like beyond the point of no return. So Alexis and Corky are seeing Amberlynn as her true self recently. Next up, we have some voice notes from Emily. Now, this is like the big T that is taking place in Girl World at the moment. So I am going to play the audio of it, and I'm going to have the transcript up on the phone while I play it. This was posted by a channel by the name of Jawbone. I've heard of this channel before in the past. So this is the person that uploaded it. If you are interested in taking a look at the video yourself, but this is what is going around the community at the moment. So let's give this a listen.
I could have just screamed when she said that. Everybody's making it seem like I was so harmful to her, and that was not the case. And as far as Amberlynn, her saying that in her live stream, I could have just screamed when she said that I was encouraging her to eat, or, oh, now I can lose weight. That's bullshit, and she knows it. I'm the one that tried to get her to not quit Ozempic. She was like 2 weeks into it when she was complaining about side effects.
What Emily is referring to here is when Amberlynn and Emily had the great betrayal of last year, Amberlynn came on stream and said, well, I guess that since Emily and I aren't talking anymore, guess I'm free to lose weight, making it kind of known and confirming all of what we already knew about the narrative that was placed on Emily after all of the screenshots came out about her past.
I'm like, it's not even enough time for your body to adjust. She's like, well, it's not working. I'm like, increase your dose.
So Amberlynn getting on a GLP, she would be on it for maybe a week, 2 weeks tops. And then she would say, well, it doesn't work. I'm not whatever. It's not working. It's not working. Like, why would I keep taking something that's not going to work? Like, I'm not going to keep shelling out for something that's not going to work. So why would I take it? So, whether or not you believe Emily, Emily here is saying that she was the one that tried to get Amberlynn to remain on a GLP and not quit so easily, so that Amberlynn could continue to see success on it. Now, whether you believe that or not is another story, but this is what Emily's saying.
And she had like every excuse under the sun. And about this feederism thing, I will answer. Like I said, I'm attracted to bigger women, very big women, not to the point where it's affecting their physical health, like Amberlynn made it seem, saying I was looking at pictures of people with oxygen tanks. She saw a news feed thing on my Tumblr, and that was one of the pictures on it. That doesn't.
Okay, so what I'm kind of getting at here, what she's kind of getting at here is that she likes really big people. Wants really big people, likes really big people, but not to the point where it's dangerous. Like, I think that that's contradictory, because if you like really big people like that, really big people inherently by nature are unhealthy. So to say, well, I like it, so it's bad, but I don't like it to the point where it's like fatal or unacceptable by society. This doesn't really, I see what she's trying to do here, and I see that she's, trying to do a little bit of damage control and just say like, well, I like it, but I don't like it to the point where it's like people can roast me for it, and that I'm like bad, or I'm twisted, or I'm demonic, or I'm evil, or it's not like that. Like, I like it, but like not like the people think that I like. This sounds like charades. This sounds like mental gymnastics to me, because come on, like her last ex was even bigger than the current. Well, yeah, but, apparently she was trying to save her, so.
I was specifically seeking that kind of stuff out. But anyway.
Okay, so Amberlynn has some answering to do here. So she is kind of saying that she was not looking at the oxygen mask pictures. And in the great crash out recently that Amberlynn did, that is kind of what people took and used as empirical evidence against Emily by saying things like, oh, well, you were looking at women with oxygen masks. And Emily said, well, there was a picture of that, but like, I wasn't retweeting it. I wasn't reblogging it. I didn't favorite it. I didn't archive it. It just came up on my feed. So, I mean, what she's trying to say here is that she was looking at the nature of that kind of content because that's the way that your algorithm works with social media. When you show interest in something, and I'm sure that you guys know this, you don't even have to like Google something anymore. You don't even have to say something aloud for your phone to know what you're interested in and for that to show you what you want to see. So I think that this is mental gymnastics. I think that she's trying to do damage control here, in my personal opinion. Well, yes, I was looking at that kind of stuff, but it was just a photo that came up in my algorithm. Well, I mean, if your algorithm is tailored to show that kind of photo, it kind of tells me the stuff that you're into. So it was adjacent to what I was looking at, but I wasn't specifically liking it and I wasn't specifically reblogging. I just, they're like, this sounds silly. This sounds really silly. I like massive, gigantic, but like not to the point where it's like bad or unhealthy. Like, I mean, do you guys hear how silly this sounds? She really thinks that this is just a defense and it's just reinforcing what her interests are. Exactly, Teardrop. Oh my goodness. See, and like when Emily continues to do this, and I mean, she doesn't really make too many pleas for herself. She doesn't really try to make her case known because I think that she knows that it sounds stupid. And Amberlynn also doesn't really try to make pleas on Emily's behalf either because she knows that it sounds stupid too. So it's better for them to just not speak at all, in all honesty. And what we saw recently with Amberlynn is that when she tried to defend Emily, she was saying stupid stuff like, oh, well, yeah, but they were only doing that because she wasn't able to make money because if she made money, she would have lost her benefits. So it was more important for her to keep her benefits and for Emily to pay her under the table for what she was doing on these weird websites. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I don't buy that you're looking at content, but you're only looking at some of the content that doesn't go too far. I like that kind of content. I really like that kind of content. But like the point in which it becomes socially unacceptable, no, like I don't do that. I don't look at that. No, this just sounds really stupid. So if Emily and Amberlynn were to take any advice from me, it's like you guys, like, you shouldn't even try. Because like when we hear stuff like this and when we see you guys say stuff like this, it just looks so stupid. So let's get little ones through one more. Maybe we missed something the first time around. In terms of the screenshots lining up with what she was saying, I don't know if this is like a different screenshot or if this goes along with the video completely. This one here definitely is word for word. But here, Emily says that she used to encourage Amberlynn to practice healthy stuff. And when she was losing weight, Emily would say things like, oh, good job, girl. Like, oh, you're doing like that's awesome. Like, I'm glad that you stuck with it. And then Amberlynn would get offended, which kind of seems backward. If your partner is doing things that are healthy and then you're encouraging them and telling them good job, why would they get offended? So Amberlynn would allegedly say things like, well, I know that you're attracted to bigger people, so I don't like it / it's offensive when you say that I look like I've lost weight. So I didn't hear Emily say this in the voice note, but this is a screenshot that's going around at the moment. Amberlynn went on to say, allegedly, she says, don't do that. And I'm like, but it's not like that. And she says, I don't care. I know what you like. And I'm like that. So I wasn't allowed to say that. So Emily was kind of being silenced, not silent. Emily allegedly here was being silenced by Amberlynn because Amberlynn knew that she liked big girls And when Emily would say stuff like, oh, you're losing weight, Amberlynn thought, well, if I'm losing weight, that means you're not going to like me as much, which means you'll leave me, which means I have the potential to be single. So, like, I don't want you saying stuff like that. This is very backward. And honestly, as we read this right now, this is drawing a direct comparison to what we saw with Rachel and Megan. Those really old screenshots from last year that we did. Remember those? Or maybe it was even, a year and a half ago at this point. Rachel, not the reaction channel Rachel, Megan's ex Rachel. Rachel told us that when Emily would talk to girls and they would kind of, be when she would notice a difference, she wouldn't get as much attention. So, be reminded that at one point, both Megan and Rachel, these are people that were a part of Emily's past years ago, like, 4 or 5 years ago at this point. Rachel and Emily would flirt, and Rachel used to be heavyset, but Rachel actually lost a lot of weight. Rachel told us in those screenshots that she lost a lot of weight, and then when Emily realized that, Emily stopped showing interest in Rachel and then moved on to Megan. And then Megan moved in with Emily, and then everything happened with the I can't listen to your snoring, go sleep in the basement and drink your protein shake. Like, all that stuff happened, like diabetic in the basement stuff. If you're not familiar with the lore that I'm communicating right now, there are old live streams in which we go over all of these messages in detail. So if you're kind of a little bit spotty on what I'm talking about here in regards to Rachel and Megan, go back and watch those old live streams. So Amberlynn, you know what I think probably happened? Amberlynn saw those live streams, and she saw in the text messages when Rachel said, oh, Emily used to be interested in me, but then I lost weight and she stopped DMing me. Amberlynn probably thought, well, if I do that, then she's going to lose interest in me. So when Emily would say stuff like, oh, you're doing a good job, you're, and whether or not you believe that this even happened is up to you. But, allegedly Emily was saying things like, oh, well, I'm happy that you are getting healthy. And Amberlynn would say, well, I know that you don't like that. So, like, don't say that to me. Very backward, very backward. So she would be like, I try to say things that would play into the, oh my God. So this portion of the screenshot, Amberlynn would try to say things that would play into the feeder shit and be like, I'm telling you, I'm not into that part. And she's like, I feel like you've done that with your exes though. And I'm like, no, I haven't. And she says, well, why won't you do it with me? And I said, that's not the case, Amberlynn, stop. And she would get upset with me over it. So I don't know. I feel the fact that she's like blamed her weight gain on me, and it's pretty effed up. I will take a look for those messages though and send them when I have the chance. Pretty interesting allegations here. Pretty interesting allegations from Emily here. Emily says that she regrets ever meeting Amber. She says that if she could do it over again, she would have scrolled past Amber. Well, in all honesty, it's kind of hard to scroll past Amber. Losed. Yes, losed. Losed. So I feel like, in a way, so like, guys, like a lot of what we do here in these live streams this is very fucked up. It's kind of difficult to follow, so I do my best to sort of detangle the spider web that is Amberlynn and Emily's relationship. So in order to understand these two people effectively and thoroughly, we kind of need to put ourselves in this headspace. So what Emily is alleging here is that Amberlynn would get upset that Emily allegedly would not do the feeder stuff with Amberlynn. And then Amberlynn would say, well, I feel like you've done that with your exes, and I know that that's what you like, so why won't you do that with me? I think that Amberlynn thought, well, if she does that with me, then she likes me more, and if she does that with me, then I can use that against her in the future, because we know that Amberlynn is very like, I need to have some ammunition, I need to have some blackmail, I need to have something on this girl. So, like we have heard when they have gotten into fights and before, Amberlynn has said things that made Emily out to be the monster that, kind of we all believe that she is. So the stuff like, how about 40? I mean, that's being used against Emily, and it's been kind of turned into a meme in girl world. So Emily here is alleging that she didn't do the feeder stuff with Amberlynn, and then Amberlynn got upset that she wasn't doing it with her. So she would be like, well, why aren't you doing it with me? So I think that it was kind of like a double-ended sword in that Amber wanted that kind of behavior to occur so that she could play victim and use it against Emily in the future, as well as Emily doing that with her communicates to Amber that she likes her. It's very twisted. It's very screwed up. Honestly, sometimes I don't even think that I can wrap my head around it and I can understand it thoroughly, but I'm trying to do the best I can here. What is the Rachel flirting? I hopped out of girl world. So there's two Rachels, and I know it's confusing. There is a reaction channel named Rachel, and she has had direct communication with Emily, and there's things like that. The Rachel I'm referring to here, and I actually don't even know if this is what you're asking, but the Rachel I'm referring to is a Rachel that was a part of Emily's life prior to Colleen. So, I mean, this was like years and years ago, and these are like old text messages that I had with someone about a year and a half ago, and we went over it. So it kind of shows a little bit of Emily's lore and gives insight into our current season. But I cut off the voice here, so let's do it once through.
I could have just screamed when she said that everybody's making it seem like I was so harmful to her, and that was not the case. And as far as Amberlynn, her saying that in her live stream, I could have just screamed when she said that I was encouraging her to eat, or, oh, now I can lose weight. That's bullshit, and she knows it. I'm the one that tried to get her to not quit Ozempic. She was like 2 weeks into it when she was complaining about side effects. I'm like, it's not even enough time for your body to adjust. She's like, well, it's not working. I'm like, increase your dose. And she had like every excuse under the sun. And about the feederism thing, I will answer. Like I said, I'm attracted to bigger women, very big women, not to the point where it's affecting their physical health.
But like, do you see the issue with that? I like big. Matter of fact, I like really big, but like not to the point where you guys can say that I'm evil. Do you see how silly that sounds?
Like Amberlynn made it seem, saying I was looking at pictures of people with oxygen tanks. She saw a news feed thing on my Tumblr, and that was one of the pictures on it. That doesn't mean I was specifically seeking that kind of stuff out.
Yeah, but it was there. It was there. I mean, you may not have reblogged it, you may not have archived it, but like, it was there. I mean, just because something comes up on your newsfeed doesn't mean that you're advocating for it necessarily, but like, why are you on Tumblr and why is that coming up in your algorithm? So.
But anyway.
Okay. Well, that is in regard to everything that was said between these new recent notes that have come out between Emily and, you know what, in all honesty, like, I don't know who these were sent to. I don't know how these came about. All I know is that the voice notes were uploaded to that channel that we just looked at. So I don't know. I don't know if this is like Emily talking to random people on Instagram, but like, we know that that's a thing. We know that like if people I don't know, necessarily so much anymore, but like in the summertime of last year or in the fall of last year, when people would DM Emily and they'd be like, oh, hey, like, let's talk about Amberlynn. Like Emily like would talk to anybody. So like there were like a lot of screenshots and stuff. So, I mean, I don't know who leaked this specifically, but it is going around at the moment. One more set of screenshots that I want to look at is Amberlynn basically calling me a little bitch. So a video was sent of me in their Discord server. I don't know exactly what video it was, but it was some type of video of me providing commentary. And Amberlynn said, he is such an incel. So it was a photo or it was some type of video of me. And someone after that said, well, you need to invite him on the bus. And we have talked about this before, like, oh, let's get the reaction channels on bus. Let's liven things up. Let's make more money for Keem. Like, you know what I mean? So, I mean, like, I have talked about it. There's no financial incentive. I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm not going on your little, like, stupid show where I get more viewers here. Like, I mean, not to sound arrogant, but, like, it needs to make sense. Like I said, to get a reaction channel to go on this, the right reaction channel would be someone like just getting started, trying to make a name for themselves, trying to get more subscribers, trying to like get their first big break. Like Snowflake, Karina, like we've been doing this for years now. Like we're not what you're looking for and you are not what we're looking for. So, you know, I have communicated that many times before, but Amberlynn is on here saying, he's an incel. He's too scared to come on bus and confront me to my face. And then, you know, one of the people in the Discord said that there isn't an incentive and that if you want him to come on here, you need to provide him some type of incentive. And if you do, maybe he'll at least consider it. So Amberlynn's response to someone saying that she needs to provide an incentive for me to go on this show with her is that, I have been making money off of her name for years. To speak to me would be one of the greatest for his career, and I would be a talking point for months, if not longer. He chooses not to go on LCU bus because he is terrified. So I think that the first part of this message is very telling. I think that Amberlynn feels that she is entitled to my attention. I think that she feels that she is entitled to my presence on her new show, her new little thing that she has gotten wrapped up in the past couple months. So I kind of owe her in a way. Is that kind of how this reads to you guys? Well, there's no incentive for Jordy to do this for you. Why would he come on there and boost views for you guys and help you make more money if there's no incentive? Well, he's been making money off of my names for years. This is the least that he could do for me. Because, like, I don't benefit from this. She benefits from this. Keem benefits from this. All of those co-hosts benefit from it. I don't benefit from it. So Amberlynn is basically saying that I owe her. I need to go on there and I need to promote this and I need to get them more viewers. I need to be like the reaction channel that goes on there and it's like, oh, you know, Monday night WWE SmackDown, like the big fight between Jordy and Amberlynn pay-per-view event. I don't owe you shit, Amber. I don't owe you anything. I mean, kind of like that person said, I mean, I'm not going to, but if it were in my favor, it were in my advantage, you know, I would at least consider it. But with the terms of how things are right now, like you benefit, he benefits. Your little group of people benefit. I don't benefit. I don't do this to benefit you. I don't do this to me. You know, I do this for me, and I, you know, whatever. Like call it selfish or whatever. But like, like I'm not as stupid as money with you as you are. You know, like I'm not the one living off of my taxes right now. So I mean, you know, just kind of take that into consideration. You know, I haven't put up my Venmo or Cash App username on my community tab and said, guys, if you're feeling generous, yeah. So I mean, Amberlynn, I don't really view money and I don't really view all of this the same way that you do. So I don't know, maybe just like take that into consideration. Someone went on to say that maybe he just doesn't want to touch poop. Amberlynn says that I have been touching poo for years. So I have to disagree with this. I feel like if anything, poo is touching me. I think that poo has become conscious and I think that it is touching me. I will say this because anytime that Amberlynn and I have had direct correspondence, it has been from her reaching out to me. Every time that she has, you know, had some type of message to say to me, it's been her. I have never DM'd Amberlynn. I have never reached out to Amberlynn. I have never tried to talk to her directly. I've never tried to have a one-on-one with her. She has tried to do that with me multiple times. She, at one point, sent me her phone number. Amberlynn texted me her phone number on Instagram DMs the night that I had Erica and Brittany on here, and she said, you need to call me right now. So Amberlynn has given me her cell phone number. Amberlynn has demanded that I talk to her, has demanded that I invited her on on my live stream. Remember that? Like, oh, I'm only coming on if Alexis can come too. So every time that Amberlynn and I have had like association with each other, it's been her reaching out to me. So, I mean, I don't know, Amberlynn. Is it me touching the poo or is it the poo touching me? That's all I'm going to have to say about that. So this person also told Amberlynn, why would you pretend that you would actually let him speak and have a conversation with you and not just scream and deflect? And I agree with this Mochi person right here. I think that that's what would happen. Amberlynn would scream. She would talk about things that aren't irrelevant. She wouldn't answer my questions. She would just deflect. And this person is saying, be honest with yourself, something that she doesn't ever do. Amberlynn said, if Jordy knew how to have conversations, I would give him respect. I yell over people who yell at me. Okay. And Mochi here said, of course you do, because then, and then she went on to say, it would give me satisfaction if he yelled over me. Well, typically people who yell over each other in arguments like that, they are losing the argument. So if I were to yell over Amberlynn and not let her speak, it kind of would be cringe of me. So, yeah, Amberlynn's saying that it would satisfy her if I were to yell over her. So, I mean, it's kind of just like Amberlynn basically like groveling for my attention at this point. I mean, like crying, pleading for my attention, trying to bait me into getting, my attention. She wants me on that show so badly. She wants to boost these numbers. She wants to make more of a name for herself. She wants to have this opportunity with me. So, I mean, Amberlynn, like, if you want my attention, I mean, drop a red, honey. Drop a red. Like you guys are always saying, drop a red. So, I don't owe anyone my attention. I don't owe anyone my time. I don't owe anyone anything, really. I mean, we're just having fun on the internet here. So, but Amberlynn seems to be very entitled to my time, very entitled to my attention. And she feels that I owe her because I have been making reactionary content about her so frequently for so long now. Well, kind of now that I need something from him, now that he's been banking off my name for so long, this is the least that he could do for me. I don't owe you shit, Amberlynn. If anything, that's a step down for me to go on your panel and talk with your people on your court and, do the yelling and the screaming and the shit. And like, I'm not doing it. There's no incentive. I mean, look at my numbers, look at yours. And, that's not to come across as arrogant, but you guys are splitting money 3 ways. I get more viewers than you guys on average, and it's just me. Like, I'm not the one living off my taxes. I'm not the idiot here that, has to put up her Venmo and Cash App and shit and say, guys, if you want to donate, you can. Like, we're not the same, babe. We're not the same. So that's what I have to say in regards to all of these screenshots. But, thank you so much to the person that provided me those Discord screenshots. That was very interesting to look at. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Caitlin, hello there. I saw the new Strangers movie tonight, giving it a 4 out of 10 because the Scarecrow can have me any way he wants. Oh, I still need to see it. Oh my God. Yeah. I wasn't a big fan of the second one. So, Cobra Kai, thank you so much for your kick. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Lunatic Luna, thank you for your membership on YouTube. Hi there. Pop Punk Pizza Party. Hey, I love alliteration. It's my 30th. Here's your money. My man took me to the aquarium and the dispensary. Yippee. Sounds like a good day to me. Hey. Guys, let's get some pizza in the chat for Pop Punk Pizza Party's 30th birthday. Pizza party for all. Okay, so let's take a look now, maybe at the abbreviated version of what has been going on this panel that Amberlynn does every night with these people. Obviously the only channel that I'm seeing like archive it and try to condense it down into something palatable for YouTube is Apathetic Facts. So they did Amberlynn responds to leaked Emily DMs. Amberlynn snaps and spills new tea about Emily. Okay, so this is the stuff about Colleen. We've already covered this. We've already covered this about Amberlynn being like, trying to make up excuses as to why Emily and Colleen did what they did. And this is when she had the strawberry jelly on her face. I think that we watched this too. So I'll be honest, guys, I don't know if there's even any like abbreviated content that we could watch from Apathetic Facts, because I mean, the last thing that they uploaded was from 3 days ago, and this is already content that we have covered. So, I mean, there is content that they have done over the past few days. So there's Spills Tea Tonight. Okay, the 6-hour one. We did not watch this. And this is like what they're doing right now as we speak. I have heard through the grapevine that these are awful, that these are boring, these are terrible, these are not worth watching. So to go into these and do the long form footage of this and do a reaction to this kind of stuff, it kind of would be difficult because it's so boring. And I mean, honestly, you guys, with everything that happened with Salty Crab recently, like I really just want this to go away. I want Amberlynn to get her channel back. I don't want to associate with this like group of people anymore. Like the C word and like all this other stuff getting spewed like I don't want that. I don't want that on here. And like, especially now that I know that I can be held accountable for things that they say. I mean, that doesn't really make me too incentivized to want to show that kind of footage on here. Ugh, God. Karina posted the video of them talking about Beck. We could take a look at that. I don't think I've ever played a Karina video on here before. Amberlynn deleted rant on ex Beck.
Why do you block anyone that has any criticism about you whatsoever on your main channel?
I don't have anyone blocked on my main channel. People think that I should pay Katrina for her membership because she's blocked, but she knew she was blocked when she became a member.
Katrina. Katrina. I love that. I love that. Peach Fuzz, hey there. I work at a coffee shop today and the song Ophelia plays multiple times and now I can't unhear Save My Heart from the Feeder. I know, that's all I hear when I hear that song. It's Saved My Heart from the Feeling, or Saved My Heart from, it's, the lyric is I saved my heart from the fate of Ophelia, which Ophelia was in, that was the girl from Hamlet, right? Speaking of Shakespeare, she was in Hamlet, right? I believe Ophelia took her own life in Hamlet, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, there's a lyric in there that says, saved my heart from the fate of Ophelia. And if you listen to it quickly when Taylor sings it, it sounds like saved my heart from the feeder.
She done been blocked for a hot minute now, and she's blocked because she said something. She said something that I was just like, I'm over it. Blocked. I will literally block you. Like, I'm not kidding. That's not funny. I don't have anyone blocked on my main channel. I blocked.
I will literally block you. I don't have anyone blocked on my main channel.
Because it's mean. What you mean? I don't have anyone blocked on my main channel. I'm not gonna block you tonight. I don't have anyone blocked on my main channel. Hold on. I'm gonna block this person. I don't have anyone blocked on my main channel.
You block people on your live streams.
I don't block people on my live streams.
Womp womp. End of story.
Hi everyone. Today we're talking about the deleted stream and some other parts of what Amber has to say. Lol live. So the deleted stream, the part I want to talk about is about her ex Beck, her raging in the deleted stream about Beck.
Is I need money, here's a sob story, here's a sob story. If it was me,
my cameo is 40% off. But if you want to give me a penny, you can give me a penny.
And, you know, I don't have the footage up on hand, but apparently Amberlynn in one of their recent live streams was like calling people poor. Have you guys heard this? Apparently Amberlynn was like looking down on people being like, oh, send in more money, poor. Amberlynn, 3 months ago, you were crying, telling people that your Cameo was 40% off, and that if people feel so generous and they find it in their heart to send you a Venmo, they can. You are living off of your taxes, calling other people poor. Stop it.
Sob story. If it was me, my Cameo is 40% off. But if you want to give me a penny, you can give me a penny. I made a Cash App. People would be, it's Beck. You guys don't know the worst of it.
And her continuous lies about Beck, as well as Amber obviously has a lying problem. So, Amber, what exactly is the point of lying about blocking me and blocking the rest of your audience? Well, how about you take
She blocked me. I mean, I know that I know that they are speaking specifically about YouTube blocking. Like, you block people on YouTube and they aren't allowed to talk in your live stream and they don't come up in your comment section anymore. But Amberlynn is not a stranger to blocking people. I was blocked on Instagram 2 summers ago, and I didn't do anything. What have I ever done to Amberlynn to be warranted being blocked? That was ridiculous. To this day, I'm still blocked on Instagram by Amber. Autumn the Queen, thank you so much for your gifted membership on Kick. Appreciate that, Autumn. Megan reads banned books. Thank you for your membership on YouTube. Oiny, hi Oiny. Thank you so much for 7 months. I demand grow a shark. You know what? We'll do grow a shark this weekend. If we don't, yell at me again. Haunting Journey, thank you for 18 months. Something is arriving for you Saturday. I hope you can figure out how to use it better than opening a beach chair. Okay. I'm planning on going to the P.O. box tomorrow, so you sent it Saturday? Okay. I'll probably pick it up Monday, maybe Tuesday. Thank you, Haunting.
take some lying classes at least, because you're not very great at it. All right. So we're going to be talking about all the drama today. As always, everything I'm saying just for entertainment purposes only. Please don't take anything I say seriously. I am sharing my own opinions, not facts.
I love Karina's commentary. I really like Karina's content as well. I mean, I know that, like, it kind of seems like the internet. It's like, oh, reaction channels. I hate this one. I like this one. Oh, wait, no, I like this one now. No, I hate this one. I have, Karina is the person who got me into Amberlynn. I probably would not know about Girl World if it weren't for her. So, I mean, I do think that I have learned a lot from Karina. I respect her as a content creator. She is a mod on here and everything. So, needless to say, I am a Karina fan. So regardless of what you think, I think that today we, can listen to this and everything and listen to what she has to say and, kind of talk about it. Because, Karina is somewhat of can be attributed to the foundation of my channel.
On publicly accessible information, first made public by public figures. Please don't go to these people's channels and leave mean-spirited negative comments. Entertainment purposes only. And there's also a Pokemon Go update at the end. So much fun! Okay, look, just wake up and watch.
I called out Beck for the constant e-begging. My thing is like, they were basically given this YouTube channel. I think they even have over 100,000 subs right now.
I don't know if I would necessarily say that Beck was given a YouTube channel, because Beck helped Amberlynn's channel grow throughout season 4. Amberlynn got a lot more traction, a lot more viewership, a lot more subscribers directly because of Beck's influence in her life. So Beck made life possible for Amberlynn 2017 through 2021. Had Beck not played a supporting character on that cast, who knows what Amberlynn's life would have been like those 4 years. So I think that if Beck does have a channel that is monetized, does have a lot of subscribers, I think that Beck earned it.
Beck was not given this YouTube channel, just like you were not given anything, and just like your co-host Amber Reed was not given anything. Beck earned those subscribers by telling their story. 150% people did know about Beck's channel because of Amber in the beginning, but not all 100,000 people, because please never forget that Amber doesn't even have an 100,000 reach. She had 200,000 plus subscribers, and her videos were usually getting between like 20 to 40,000 views. So nobody out here was given anything. Also, I just like to say
This is a very good point. Season 3, Amberlynn's views were good. They weren't great. Season 4 is when it really took off, and Beck made that possible.
if this host right here speaking right now would like to go and wipe somebody and bathe them and feed them and clothe them and do absolutely everything,
Clean out poopy washcloths. Yeah. Beck was not given a YouTube channel. You go clean out a poopy washcloth and then tell me that Beck was given their YouTube channel.
for them and not leave their hospital bed, their partner, and do everything for a person. From, I literally mean this, clothe them, bathe them, do everything, brush their hair, and wash their dirty rags. Do you think a YouTube channel with 100,000
Bucket and sponge. A bucket and sponge was brought into Amber's room and she would, quote, do what she could.
subscribers is okay? Asking for no friends here.
And they've done nothing with it. Like, they claim that
Not everyone wants to make problematic content like this. Not everyone wants to come on here and scream and be enthralled with drama and talk about this stuff and be caught up with this. Like, you know, it takes a certain kind of psychopath. So where you see Beck's channel as a golden ticket to make money, you know, never mind the fact of the health issues that they've been going through this past year, by the way, but not everyone wants to be a reaction channel. Not everyone wants to relive their trauma. Not everyone wants to be caught up in this all the time. It can be mentally exhausting at times. I just think that this is an ignorant take.
they can't work, they're not cleared to work, her doctor's orders, and like that's all fine, but like we see what Foodie does. She literally lays on the couch on her phone live streaming and makes money doing that. So I don't understand why Beck couldn't do the same thing.
I mean, are you serious? Chantal Foodie Beauty has not had 3 to 4 emergency heart surgeries. You can't compare a person like Chantal. I'm not going to say Chantal is in good health because she's not, but yeah, she didn't have the 3 to 4 emergency surgeries that Beck did. And I mean, honestly, like this is distasteful. My personal opinion, I understand this is a drama show. I get that, but maybe do like 5 seconds worth of research here, okay? And on top of this, Beck is unsure currently if they have lung cancer. They did some sort of test. If you look at their current community page post, but they still have to get a biopsy, so they may have lung cancer. Like honestly, like comparing a
Yeah, I mean, really, did you want Beck to lay around like with like open heart surgery, just having enticed and be like, "Hey guys, live stream." Heather, hello. Yesterday was my dog's birthday. I left the back door open because he loves the cold breeze, but I'll be with him instead of sleep having a gentle love. Well, I'm glad to hear that your dog made it back. Happy birthday. Man Camp Admissions, thank you. Waiting for my man at the ER tonight. Thanks for keeping me company. Hugs to you and your evil hugs to you and your evil mindless minions. Oh, evil mindless minions. Well, thank you so much. I hope everything gets cleared up for you guys. BN, thank you for your membership. Hello. Turquoise Journal, thank you for the super sticker. Evil Orchestrator, thank you for your membership. Hi. Brian Cook, hello there. When gay corn appears on my Twitter feed and my friends see, I use the same excuses Emily does. Just because it was there on my feed doesn't mean I was looking at it.
Person that like comparing Foodie Beauty to Beck is not the same thing. One person is technically healthy, not the healthiest, but technically healthy, compared to a person that just had 3 heart surgeries. I completely disagree with these statements that are being made over there.
Beck has never been able to keep a job since they were 17 years old. When I
Amberlynn. Other than YouTube, what have you done? You did the data entry job with Destiny for a week. the retirement home in which you told people that if old people approached you and they needed help with something, tell them just a minute, because usually they forget within a few minutes and then you don't have to do it. Talking about someone else not being able to hold a job, keep a job, when that's your track record, it's almost like impossible for Amberlynn to deliver any type of criticism or shade toward anyone else, because the nature of that shade is usually something that can be applied to her as well.
Met them. They were working at this like wood place, but it was only for like a few months. That was it.
It was only a few months because you demanded that they quit. You quit every job you ever had. Amber, you spent the majority of all your jobs hiding in the bathroom. There's video evidence to support that. I'm sure some people have it on their YouTube channels. You quit every job you had, and you were supported by your girlfriend's parents. Then you were supported by Destiny. I would not go down this road if I were you.
So I firmly believe Beck was using me for just like a free.
Beck was using you. Oh my God. Amberlynn, immobile, bucket and sponge, saying that someone else was using her.
Ride, because before I met them and then after I met them, they still were not able to hold a job.
So Beck used you. Beck wiped you, clothed you, fed you, drove you to every appointment you had, drove you to taxes, drove you to medical appointments, basically took you to your surgeries, took you to your various procedures, didn't leave the hospital. Here's the bottom line in this situation, okay? Beck was your whole literal partner, and they used you.
Especially with everything that is going on with Beck's health right now. I mean, like, I don't know if you guys know this, but like Beck has been through it this past year. I mean, like heart surgeries, and like there's something going on with their lungs. Like it was scary at one point. I mean, I don't think that Beck is still out of the woods. Jessica Lombardo, thank you. Life with Ron super chatted them. Oh boy. Jessica, hello. Tonight is the Geordie I know and love. I haven't been able to watch in weeks because of that content. Oh, yeah, it's rough, to say the least. Willie Billy, thank you. I get excited when you analyze and discuss new tea seriously. My air conditioning is out and I'm having a beer. Hope everyone is having a good night with AC. Where do you live where you need AC? Well, I don't know if many people can empathize with you tonight, but not a whole lot of empathy takes place in Girl World anyway. Expert Legos, hello. The oxymoron, the oxymoron, healthy obese. Yeah, really. Healthy obese.
So y'all had an agreement. You demanded that Beck stop working because deep down inside, you were scared that Beck was going to cheat on you with a girl from work because Destiny had done that before, right? So you asked for Beck not to work in exchange for you supporting them and
isolate. She wanted to isolate Beck. I don't want you having a job, because you having a job means that you make your own money. You having your own money means that you have financial independence. You having financial independence means that you can leave me. I want you to quit that job. No. I demand that you quit that job so that you're home with me, not associating with other people. Because also, if you're at a job, that means that you get to talk to outside people. You get to make friends. I can't have that. I can't risk that. You meeting a new girl, you having friends to vent to about how awful I am. I need you home and I need you isolated. It's screwed up. Giovanna, thank you for 7 months. Hope your day's going great. Love your videos. Thank you so much for the compliment. My day is going well. Thank you.
in exchange for you supporting them, they did everything for you. I already mentioned everything and washed your dirty rags. And the washcloths is not a rumor, it's the truth. Your current girlfriend also said you use washcloths. Now,
both of them said that, Amberlynn. Are they both lying? Are Emily and Beck both lying? Huh? Or are you lying? Is the confirmed liar who uploaded a video reacting to me lying? Or are two people lying about the same very specific scenario?
As far as your blatant lie that Beck couldn't get a job during after you, that isn't true. Beck has worked after they broke up with you.
Yeah, and also Beck was left pretty much destitute. Beck had what, $100 in a U-Haul to get their shit out of your apartment, and when Beck, needed a little bit more assistance, you laughed and said, "Oh, no, bye, see ya." Remember that? You remember that? So yeah, Beck has worked. Beck has made it work. Beck got a roommate. It's tough. It's tough. It's been tough for a while now for people to make ends meet and everything. So on top of health issues and everything like that, I would say that Beck is pretty damn resilient. So for Amberlynn to come on here and say, Beck has never held a job, Beck's lazy, Beck doesn't make an effort, Amber, you don't know what you're talking about. It's so ignorant. Kristen, thank you for 23 months. Just pretend this is my birthday tax from last month. Okay, all right. If we're playing pretend and everything. Jessica, hello. No ring from Destiny and no... Thank you, Jessica. Yeah, really. No ring by spring. LT, thank you so much for the very generous super chat. It's my birthday. Here's my cult fee. How about 37 heart hands? Thank you so much, LT. I really appreciate that. Happy birthday. Guys, let's get some balloons in the chat for LT.
Right? Up until the time where they had to have numerous heart surgeries. Honestly, in very poor taste, Amber, your statements. And you should probably be embarrassed, but I'm sure you're not.
Whatsoever. All they want to do is ask other people for money, which that's proof. If you go to their R, is
all Beck wants to do is ask other people for money. Guys, here's my Venmo. Guys, here's my Zelle. Please, if you can find it in your heart, cash at me. I'm living off my taxes. All Beck wants to do is ask other people for money. It's impossible for Amberlynn to critique anyone else because it can be thrown right back in her face. It's too easy.
I need money, here's a sob story, If it was me,
my Cameo is 40% off. But if you want to give me a penny, you can give me a penny. I need a cash app.
people would be, it's Beck. You guys don't know the worst of it, babies.
He's about
Amberlynn, you're full of shit. You have been saying that for years now. And not only do you say that about Beck, you say that about everybody. I have tea on Beck that I could spill that you guys wouldn't believe. If I actually was as bad of a person as you guys make me out to be, oh my goodness. Just wait until what I have to say about Beck. You don't have anything, Amberlynn. You do that to Alexis, you do that to Beck, you do it to everybody. If you guys saw what I saw, if you guys heard what I heard, you've done this before, actually. The only thing that you ever showed about Beck was some weird Facebook post about some girl's panties from 10 years ago. That's the only ammunition you ever had. If you guys knew what I knew, you don't know shit, Amber.
to tell you that she has some kind of a moral compass. Get a moral Kermit, Amber. And that's why she can't tell you the worst possible thing about Beck. Go ahead. Go tell us what it is. You don't have anything on them because trust and believe if she already had something on Beck, she would have already exposed it all. She did this one time.
Yeah, years ago. It would have been exposed forever ago by now. I know things, guys. I know things. I'm not going to say what they are, but you have to take my word for it. Slavic Barbie, thank you. Hearing Amber ask Keem if he was bleeping her bleep the other day makes me want to be Feline's hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil tattoo. Oh my god, I forgot about that. Oh, that's hysterical. Goose, hi there. If you did go on that show, she would just cry like she did with Aunt Tammy. She'll talk to you, and she'll talk to you real good. Yeah. Square up. Let's compare plates. Thank you, Goose. Reapso, hi there. Jordy knows he would get destroyed by Amber. Yeah, not everyone's into crushing. RGE is claiming that you have a glass eye. Please address this. I kind of like sometimes wish that I had a glass eye just because of how bad my vision is sometimes. But if RGE wants to continue to spread lies about me, they can. Because I don't care. Pironica, hi. Watching here and on Kick. I can't chat there yet, but that never happened, and I want flowers for downloading this app. Oh yeah, you can watch on Kick. I never said that. How many viewers we got on Kick? If it's less than 75, I would be pissed. Actually, you know what? We did get the average up from, what are we at? 102! Oh my god, look at you guys. Thank you. Okay, so the average last week was 58, so now we're at 68. Oh my god, we're close. We're close. So, in theory, we should be able to finish this by next week. You know, it's important for Jordy to be on multiple platforms, just in case something happens. Just saying.
On Instagram after Beck told their story. Amber doesn't have anything. Amber, if you want to prove me wrong, I know that's your favorite thing, to prove Karina wrong. Go and tell us, what is this big thing? She doesn't have anything. She has nothing, okay? And for you to, she's about to tell you she has a moral compass. Yeah, okay. Please, okay. Right, okay. Aren't you the person that said that you were looking for your sympathy bone when another person had a heart attack and you didn't care? Right, okay. So, as far as you saying that Beck is begging for money, they had numerous surgeries and no one is obligated to donate. If you had numerous surgeries, I bet you would be begging for money as well. Never mind that what you're saying is another blatant lie. Maybe you saw that little clip I put in there. She said if it was me, people would be all up in arms, but it was you. You begged for pennies and you made a Cash App and you were doing 40% off of your Cameo. You were begging for donations when you got demonetized. And let's not forget that you took all the donations that you were given on every single live stream. You begged for pennies on YouTube just a few months ago before you went on LOL Live. So when it was you and you were begging for money, that was okay. But somebody who has had numerous surgeries on their heart, that's not okay. Also, for those of you that don't know, Beck is doing commissions. I'm going to link their channel down below where you can, if you want a commission, they're not just taking people's money. Again, people are not obligated to donate, okay? They are also creating art in exchange for money. Okay. Amber, when was the last time that you had a job outside the house?
You don't, but I have some sort of like morale inside of me. You like Beck because Beck went against me and told you to lie about washcloths. That's why you like Beck. Beck is a manipulator.
She didn't shower very often. Like, it got less and less and less. She didn't ever wash her hands after going to the bathroom, but she used washcloth. I'm like, I'm gonna put this bottle of spray bleach next to the counter, and I want you to clean up after yourself after you use it, because I'm like, germs, that's.
Is it working? Can you guys hear my mic again? Can you hear me? Is it good? Can you hear me? That tripped me out. It works. Okay. Double Jordy. I know, double Jordy. If you could barely stand one of me, hey, there's now two. Jesus, thank you so much. My theory is that Amber is I can't read that, but she's lonely, and she thought that if she got with Emily, she could get what she wanted through that type of relationship, but Emily doesn't want that, allegedly, and now Amber resents her for it. That's dark. That's dark, what you just said, Jesus. But I suppose if anyone would know, it would be you. Thank you, hon. Wow. That's dark. Heath Bar, hello. Emily talking to reaction channels reminds me how Serial used to talk to police and communities because they got off on the impact their actions caused and like to feel smarter. You mean like when a tragedy happens and then the person that's responsible for it shows up to the scene of the crime? Oh my god. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Little bear, hello. It's my coworker's birthday. Here's my dues. Thank you so much for your coworker's birthday. Oh goodness. Little house, thank you. I'm behind, but Amber asking Alexis about her weight just so she can blame weight gain on being happy like she does with swelling. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Well, how much did you put on? Well, like what's your number now? Like what are you now? Eternal Alley, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Reebs, thank you so much for sending in a gifted membership on Kick. Hello there. Thank you so much. Kick is popping off, y'all.
And she was like so upset and offended by it.
First of all, Beck did not lie about the washcloths. Your current girlfriend, Tommy, that was Tommy talking. And Tommy said that you do not shower very often, that you don't, like wash your hands after the bathroom, all your choice, and that you use washcloths. Why would Beck and your current loving, amazing, fantastic girlfriend, who you say is such a lovely, caring, and amazing person, why would she lie? That was Tommy telling us that she uses washcloths.
Because she was just saying that to hurt me. She didn't mean it. Just like I didn't mean the oxygen mask thing. You don't get to do that. You guys don't get to crash out and say the real tea of what's taking place behind the scenes. And then when you guys make up, come back and say, oh, well, that's not what we meant. You don't get to do that.
And Beck said that she uses washcloths. So that was not a lie. If you're looking for a reason why people like Beck, first of all, they relate to Beck. A lot of people have been in very terrible relationships, such as the one where you imposed a whole bunch of financial mistreatment and other types of mistreatment onto Beck. They relate to their story, and people want to hear the other side, okay? For you to even accuse anyone of being a manipulator, just in this video alone, there are countless examples. This is, I think, the third example of you making up a story that isn't true. You lie about basic.
Oh, I mean, like if you made a list of every story that Amberlynn made up over the years, oh my goodness.
Stuff like that you don't have anyone blocked on your channel. You lied about the amount of time that your mom went away for. Honestly,
being a liar, sorry, let me rephrase. Being a good liar requires you to be smart, because whenever you lie, you need to have a good memory of what you said, because when you tell the truth in the future, or if things don't line up, you need to bend reality to make it align with the lie that you told. You're not smart enough to do that, Amberlynn. Just like you trying to manipulate people. Like it doesn't work. Like don't even try, because it's not gonna work. Cats with food names. Thank you for 11 months. I'm watching on Kick, and here is good for the brain. Kicks is good for the brain. Neptune, hello. If you're talking over someone, you're not listening to them, and then you have no intention to listen. That's why she always talks over people and never lets others talk over her. Yeah, she doesn't want to hear what people have to say. Can I speak?
Honestly, Amber. So good luck on that, Amber, and I wish you all of the best. Let's continue. Before I read out Beck's new community page post, I just wanted to say that, Amber, what would you do if you weren't offered the job that you currently have? What would you do for money, Pookie? Let us know.
If she did not have the LCU as an opportunity to make money right now, she would probably be forced to do Kick. She would either continue to live off her taxes and bank on the fact that she'll get her channel back, or she would have to do what Chantal's doing. Those are the only two options. Continue to gamble and live on money that actually belongs to Uncle Sam. Live off of that money, risk it like that, or she would, have to go to kick. And honestly, between the two, I think that Amberlynn would take the chance.
And the dislikes down below, Amber. You're the most perfect, most amazing YouTuber, and we just all love you so much. I just want to talk about how much we all love Amber. I would like to personally have a moment of silence for how much we love Amber. The moment is over. It never happened. So here is Beck's current community page post. I've been taking commissions 1 or 2 at a time since my last post, and I wanted to thank everyone.
Yeah, so, someone that is having multiple surgeries, isn't sure if they have cancer at the moment. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if Amberlynn will make a shitty comment about that because, when it comes to Amberlynn and that topic, she seems to be very blasé about it. So I'm sure that, a shitty comment probably is in the works regarding that. But, everything that this person is going through at the moment, they're still trying to do something, freelance, trying to do what they can. Yeah. But, by all means, Amber. By all means. Beck just wanted to use me. Shoo, thank you. Did you shave? I did! Got it all off. Mostly. There's like a little bit of an outline. I'm getting a haircut Tuesday, so I'll be like shaved and like short hair. So, yeah. Faded, hello. It's Eternal Alley and Karina. Your clever reads are hot. Hot like spicy hot or hot like sexy hot. I guess it doesn't matter. Thank you, Hello Kitty. Appreciate you. We also have Hello Kitty in attendance. We can't Hello Kitty with no neck. My bad. Oh goodness.
Who has gotten one from me and everyone who showed interest and support. It's been so fun getting back to drawing. I feel like I'm constantly improving now that I'm drawing every day again. I wanted to let everyone know that my commissions are still open. I'll leave my email below. Just let me know your idea and tell me what you think of a fair price would be. So Beck is even letting people decide the price that they want to pay. And Amber is saying that Beck is a manipulator. Okay, Pookie Lynn Reed. I'll respond and start the drawing. Then I'll let you know when the art is done and I'll send it after the payment is made. I'm only doing digital art for now. As far as my health, I've been doing pretty good emotionally. I did get the results back from my lung nodule test. It doesn't give a diagnosis, just assesses the risk of cancer. The doctor thinks there's a good chance it's nothing, so that's fantastic, but he still wants to go ahead with a biopsy because it's not certain. I'm hoping this will be my last surgery because I've been feeling pretty good physically and my chest has finally healed completely. Yeah, another thing that Amber conveniently forgot to tell you is that Beck had to go back many different times to basically keep having different surgeries, right? Because certain things went wrong.
Oh yeah. Beck's chest was leaking and like it would get infected and then like would have to take an antibiotic and then like that antibiotic wouldn't work, so there needed to be a different antibiotic, and then like that antibiotic caused something to go wrong, so then Beck needed another surgery. Like it was like a whole whirlwind. I think that this is the first community post that I have seen from Beck over this past year that has been somewhat positive.
Amber conveniently didn't tell us that. Thanks, Amber. I'm still working on finding a job too. That's been my main stress lately, but I'm working really hard to find one and I'm hopeful that I will soon. I hope everyone has been trying to be safe and warm up after all this awful weather. I'll include my commissions email along with some of the work I've done lately, and I will just link Beck's channel in my description box. Y'all can go ahead and do whatever you want. Their email is there. Would currently like to repeat myself and say again one more time because I think it's really important and bears repeating. Amber Reed is lying when she says that Beck has not held down a job. Beck only left their job when they had to have multiple heart surgeries. Amber, remember when you had your surgery? Did you meet?
And what did you think Beck was doing prior to meeting you? How old were you two when you guys met? 2017. You guys were what, like 27? I mean, right out of high school, like, what do you think Beck did for 10 years?
Immediately run back to work? One last part about this. Full disclosure, that deleted YouTube video that they did on Lol Live. So there's another part to the Beck rant. I'm not including it here because it's against the TOS. I'm not going to talk about any topic that's against the TOS, but I just wanted you to know, or just in case you're wondering, why am I not bringing it up?
Why doesn't my mom love me? What does that mean?
Well, when she was in prison, you would not even take the time to write her, and she wouldn't write you back.
First of all, if I did write her, she would have written me back, but I did not.
Roten. Oh my God. Y'all, write that down. Wrote that down. She would have written me back. Oh my God, Roten. You know what, everybody, let's get our favorite rodent emoji in the chat, please.
Have to write her. I did not have to write her.
Thanks for nothing.
You don't have to work. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to lie about people for 10 plus years. You don't have to lie every single time you say anything. Also, while it is true you did.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be in a relationship with Emily, but, you know, it's soft and gentle and you love it.
Didn't have to write your mom. You also didn't.
I didn't have to get Twinkie's nails cut. Oh, wait, you didn't. Oh, goodness.
Have to trash your family on the internet. You spoke ill of your family for 10 plus years on the internet. I realize that her parents, could have done way better and failed her. I totally understand that. So you don't have to comment that. I know that. Okay. But she didn't have to speak ill of her family for a very.
Yeah, I mean, also, you didn't have to leave that back door open, Amber. I mean, you didn't have to adopt a new cat because Rarity's now gone. I mean, it's choices, decisions in life. We all get to make choices and decisions. Yours are a little peculiar. KK, thank you so much for 10 gifted memberships on Kick. Thank you so much. Oh my God, 10. That was really generous of you. Thank you so much. 10 gifted memberships that I get to keep 95% of. I love saying that. Oh my God. Sarah, thank you. Jordy eats 3D printed canned ravioli but won't shop at Aldi. 3D printed heart hands to everyone. No, they said that the Campbell's stuff was 3D printed, not that Chef Boyardee was 3D printed. Why are we canned food shaming? I'm never going to live that Aldi comment down, will I?
Very long time and then expect others not to. More on that in a minute.
Why didn't you write your mom if you have such a close relationship?
Because we weren't close then. She spent 24 years of my life not being a mother, and I was not ready to communicate with her.
Okay, I understand that. Like I said, you don't have to do anything. I totally understand her not wanting to talk to her mom. But what she will do next is something very unusual, where she keeps manipulating people. It's not unusual for us girls, but it's just, Amber, when will you stop manipulating people?
And the fact that you're going like this deep on something this personal,
like I'm going to take
you
up for
respect your
myself.
elders.
Respecting your elders. You spent 10 years.
Respect your elders. What? Where did she get that from?
Speaking negatively about your family and monetizing it. Amber's whole thing is this.
Okay, well, like, you don't respect all of the groceries and produce in the crisper drawer of your refrigerator that's rotting away. Respect your elders, Amber.
I can speak negatively about my family. I can say whatever I want about my family. I could lie about my aunt on the internet. But if anyone ever says anything about me and my mom or my family, that they're disrespectful, like she's very upset that her co-host brought this up. My question is this: does this public figure, Amber Reed, not know?
You know what? Like, it's always the most awful people constantly talking about respect. Have you ever noticed that? Like, the most disrespectful, awful people are always like, respect, like it's. Oh God.
After 10 plus years, and it's been more than 10 years for sure, this is a math channel, that when you speak about anyone or anything on the internet, people will usually find interest in that and speak about that too. If you didn't want your family.
Yeah, where was Aunt Tammy's respect? Huh? The only reason you would ever hit up Aunt Tammy was so that you could get a vape dropped off. Where was the respect your elders shit back then?
To be talked about, maybe you shouldn't have monetized this topic on the internet. See, here's the thing. Amber's whole thing is,
where was respect for Beck's mom, who was actively going through something very traumatic? And you left that nasty voicemail on her phone that said, "Not once have you ever thanked me for money that I was thinking about giving you." Respect your elders. Oh my God. That's rage bait if I've ever heard it before. Carissa, thank you. It's my turn to trauma dump. My cat, Kitty, passed today from cancer. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry to hear that, Carissa. That is so hard. I have been seeing all of your posts recently. It seems like you gave that cat a very good life, and that at the very end, you were there for them at every moment. So that is never an easy thing to do. I am so sorry to hear that. Guys, let's flood the chat with heart emojis for Carissa. We're thinking of you, girl.
always this. I can monetize what I want. I can talk about my family negatively in exchange for money, but no one else can. That's not the way that it works on YouTube, and it's certainly not the way that it works on the internet. The way it works on the internet is very simple. Whatever you usually, as a public figure, talk about, what happens is people talk about that too. You have put this out onto the forefront. You have talked about your family dynamics and, everything that happened with your parents. You were the one to do this first. And by the way, when people talk about certain things now, like, I don't mean like obviously on a live show when she's confronted on it, it's understandable why she's responding to it now. But before on her YouTube channel, she did not need to say this at all whatsoever. You started this whole conversation by continuously saying negative things about your parents. Also, while you didn't have to write her, you could have, Amber.
Would you say that about a child?
I'm saying that about your parents because they were not doing their job as a parent.
How is that
And
my
that's
fault?
Facts. I'm gonna always stick
Are
up
you
for
talking about her yelling at her parents?
I mean, if her parents are yelling
Okay,
at
but
her.
do you agree with her coming at me for my parents having me in foster care? Why
No.
don't you stick up for me with
So not once did your co-host speak about foster care. Not once did your co-host blame you for being in foster care. Of course not. It was not your fault, Amber. And you know that it wasn't your fault that your family...
Is this really what they're doing? So, I mean, this footage was like of Amberlynn like wearing that hat. I mean, that was from last night, right? Is this really what they're doing on those live streams the past few days? Like, we can't talk about Emily. We're not talking about Rarity or anything else in the past anymore. So let's talk about Amberlynn's parenting. Amberlynn's mom's drug problems. Like, is this the topic of conversation on the panel right now?
Failed you. That has nothing to do with this, okay? So this is not about foster care, of course.
Because that whole conversation, I don't think that it is really even worth exploring, because, I mean, I have made up my mind on the topic of Amberlynn resenting her mom and using it against her mom as a way to be taken care of. Well, you weren't there for me my whole life. I'm the reason I am the way that I am because of you, because you screwed me up, because I had to grow up the way that I grew up. Having that as like the main topic of conversation on that panel is just going to give Amberlynn the green light to continue to play victim Lynn. It doesn't go anywhere. You don't discover anything new. It's unfortunate that Amberlynn had to grow up in that environment and that she didn't have her parents alongside her, but that was over 20 years ago at this point. there needs to be a point where you leave the 1990s and the early 2000s behind and you grow up and say, you know what? I wasn't dealt a very great hand of cards, but I'm going to move on. Amberlynn wants to live back in the 1990s and continue to play victim. And, you know, I don't like living in the past like that. It doesn't help anything. My brain, hi there. It's been 5 years and Amber won't tell us the awful things that Beck did, but will tell us exactly about how Colleen passed. Come on, Amber. She doesn't have anything. Ugh. Goose, hi there. She'd be doing herself a favor if she would just shut up about Beck. They're loved by Girl World. Amber will never win this battle. Yeah, but you guys have it all wrong. And if you knew the things that I knew, you'd be on my side. Kentucky Mary, thank you for your membership. Titus, thank you so much. Reapso is an op. Reapso, Susan, and RGE. Are they the little like trio of ops? I could have seen, yeah. I can see what you mean by that. I'll keep my eye on them. Yeah, respect your elders, Amber. Yeah, respect your elders, Amber. I mean, you know, your elder is willing to take you to bingo one night a week and, you know, give you the grand wipe every week. But, you know, you're not being very respectful of your elders. Coral Blue number 2, thank you. I'm asking for a raise tomorrow. Can your luck, Labubu, wish me luck? Luck is unfortunately not the co-host today. But you know what? In your honor, Luck will be the next stream's co-host. How about that? It's going to go well for you. You're going to get it. And if you don't, like, scream and cry.
First, when you were a kid, it had nothing to do with you. It's not your fault. It's still not your fault. What I want to discuss is the level of manipulation. At no point did her co-host say to Amber, oh, well, you know, like, I accuse a child of lying. What are you talking about? So this is some manipulation nonsense.
Yeah, I agree with what she's saying right here. This is Amberlynn trying to steer the conversation to, oh, well, what are you doing? Are you blaming a child for the way that they were brought up in the foster care system? Is that what you're doing? Is that the monster that you are? Are you really sitting here right now and blaming a child? No, Amber, that's the way that you would like to paint the narrative, but that's not what the conversation is right now. It's Amberlynn being a bad liar and being unintelligent. You're not good at manipulating people. Like, don't try to. Oh my God. Like, I'm not good at snowboarding, so I don't snowboard. Like, you see how that works?
That Amberlynn Reed has been doing for years. Whenever anyone questions her about her continuous lying, and by the way, she has lied about every single aspect of like that exists in her life. Here's my favorite example.
Going around that my mom went to prison for 5 years. Telling you right now that never happened. You have the wrong person. My mom has never been to prison for 5 years, period.
My mother was sentenced to prison for 5 years and 26 days. Found out that she has to serve every single one of those days.
So if you would lie about your mom going for 5 years, what would you not lie about? By the way, just a few days ago, Amber said...
And that was recent. That was recent, too. Like, that was within the last year and a half. Because the clip that Karina just showed, that was from the whole thing that happened with the service animal. So that was somewhat recent. Oh, my God. Only in our community would someone be able to pull up a clip of something that Amberlynn said 12 years ago and be like, well, look what you said. I love it. I love Girl World. TB25, thank you. What Amber thinks BPD means: blame, project, deflect. Oh my God. That and Big Princess Disorder.
That she completely lied about everything about her girlfriend Tommy. She made up the whole story, which I think she's making up a story now, but that's neither here nor there. That's for another moment. Okay, so whenever anyone accuses Amber of lying, and the reason they accuse her of lying is because she's a well-known documented liar, she says this: why are you accusing a child of lying? How could you say a child is lying?
Are you really saying that a child is at fault for something that we're discussing right now? Are you really going to sit there and be a monster and place blame on a child? Like, where did you get that from, Amber? I don't know. Did you spin the wheel in your head and that's what it landed on? I really don't know. I think that Amberlynn thinks that she has good things to say and she makes a good point, but the delivery, it doesn't make any sense.
But no one is. You are not a child. You are a 35-year-old grown adult. People are accusing a 35-year-old grown adult of lying because that's what you do. You've admitted to it over and over and over again on the LCU. You admitted to it on your own channel. You just told us you made up everything about Tommy. You were either lying back then or you're lying now. But here's my general point. She did this also with Mr. Snowflake. When Mr. Snowflake didn't believe a certain story of hers, she said, why would you say, like a 12-year-old, like a kid is lying? But he didn't. Only he didn't. She is equating. Listen to this. This is magical. I love it when magic gets involved. Get your own channel, Magic. She is equating her statements right now with her being a child, but that is manipulation and quite frankly not true, and it's not going to work over here, and it's not going to work on the majority of your audience. When
I think that Amberlynn feels able to do this kind of lying. Well, it's one thing. It's two things. She thinks that she's very smart. Amberlynn believes that she's very intelligent and that she can get away with saying stuff like this and she can make a good point. And also, it's the assumption that you guys are stupid. I mean, she has patronized Girl World for years now. She thinks very lowly of the audience. I mean, we have a zombie sheep emoji in our emoji bank, for crying out loud. She thinks that she's very intelligent and that you guys are extremely stupid. 35 is still a child. A literal child of 35 years of age, yes. Chris, hello, thank you. I sent $20 in, and now I feel the need to donate 40. Sorry, not sorry. How about 40? Well, Chris here said, how about 40? Well, thank you so much, Chris. That was really generous of you. Thank you so much for the how about 40 donation. Well, hey, you live and you learn. Jade Witcher, thank you. I got my wisdom teeth out. They removed them in 15 minutes. Thanks for taking my Super Chat V card. Really? 15 minutes? Actually, I mean, I have no idea how long that procedure lasts because, I mean, you're asleep, right? Or at least I think that you're asleep. I was asleep. I hope you were too. Otherwise, ow. Congratulations on getting that done. Hey, pain-free heart hands. Thank you, Jade.
people accuse you of lying, they are not saying that you lied as a child. They are only accusing you right now. And right now, you would clearly not be doing the same things that you did as a child. That manipulation tactic doesn't work on me. Not once has her co-host mentioned that she was in foster care. Not once. Not once has anyone blamed her because it's not her fault. I've said this a million times. Of course it's
She likes to pull that child card because people are generally sensitive about children. It's just a manipulation tactic. Yeah. Oh, are you going to say that I was at fault for the way that I acted and the way that I was in the circumstance that I was in as a child? Is that what you're... Oh my God, it's... oh my God, Amber, she's like the most exhausting person I've ever come across. Mike, thank you so much. Hi, Ryan. Mike Jokos says hello to Ryan. Ryan, Mike says hi. You gonna say hi back, or are you just gonna like not? Or wait, actually, are you gonna say hi back in the form of a super chat? Inquiring minds would like to know.
not. Okay? It's on your parents. Your parents, yeah, They were not the proper parents they should have been. But the wild thing about this whole situation is that she continues to say that people are accusing a child of lying when they're not. It doesn't matter that you used to be a child, and so did I, and so did everybody watching right now and consuming this video. You are lying about certain things now. No one has accused a kid of lying. The fact that you used to be a kid is irrelevant here because you have told us that you lie all the time. That's why there are holes in all of your stories. As far as what your co-host said, you have trashed your family and your co-host is calling you out on it. No one is accusing a child of lying because...
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason that I, as a YouTube viewer of Amberlynn's YouTube, like there is no reason that I should know that when Amberlynn was a child, they went camping one weekend and the parents were so strung out, Amberlynn had to take care of her brothers. Like, I shouldn't know these personal things, but I do because of you, Amber.
You're not a child. That level of manipulation is rudimentary and doesn't work on anyone. You are a grown adult lying now about almost everything you say. So let's move on to a Pokemon Go update. So
okay, obviously we're not going to watch that. It is just despicable. It is despicable. A literal child. I know. A literal child. Mountain accident. Thank you so much. Girl literally quit a job because she had to sit so much, but Beck is the one who never held on to one. Well, hey. It wasn't just because she had to sit so much. It's because it would hurt when she would sit for prolonged amounts of time and she would get back pain. So, I mean, what did you expect her to do, Mountain? Make it so that she wasn't in the physical condition to be conducive to back pain all the time? No. The alternative, the correct option, was for her to stay at home, which she did. She was taking care of herself. You don't know what you're talking about. D's nuts. Hey there. I've been chopping up in Discord. She can't stand me. She got me timed out for a day. I got timed out for a day on the Labubu Discord one time. Some of the moderators on the Labubu Discord, like, I mean, you would think that they're like the highest level, like you would think that they have like the highest security clearance in the world. Like the way that they act and the way that they speak. I put the clown emoji on something that they said one time and I got timed out for 24 hours. I mean, keep having fun with it, girl. AA Lamb, hello there. You influenced me to get a Labubu. I got luck. Oh my god, someone was just asking about luck. And then my dream Jeep became available at the dealership. Correlation, causation, whatever it is, I'm giving you credit. Yellow Wrangler heart hands. Oh my god, are you one of those Jeep owners that puts like a bunch of ducks in their dash? Have you guys seen that? Like, I swear, like every Jeep now, it's like they have like rubber ducks in their dash. I don't know if that's like a new thing or what, but I see that everywhere now. Well, congratulations. I don't know. Now that you have your Jeep, Amberlynn might be DMing you. Hey, want to drive me around? Coffee, ice cream, anybody? That's awesome, hun. Enjoy your Labubu. Novaturiant, hello there. A whole 6 months already? Thank you for the wonderful entertainment while I get through my 4th attempt at undergrad. Like the stream girls, you know what they say. Your 4th attempt at an undergraduate degree is the right one. Someone has definitely said that at one point. This is gonna be your year, girl. Jane Doe, thank you. Rules for thee, but not for me. Why is it okay for Amber to cross everyone else's boundaries, but not hers? She leeched off of Crystal and her family for years. Yeah, I mean, not to mention Destiny's mom, when they lived with Destiny's mom for free. What about that? And I mean, you know, I think that a very strong case could be made for who was supporting who when it came to season 4. Because, yeah, Amberlynn was, you know, bringing in the money and everything, but who was making it possible for Amberlynn to really exist during that time period? Thank you, Jane Doe. Good perspective. Deborah, hello there. I can't read that, but thank you so much. You look so lovely shaven. I prefer a little bit more, but I don't know. Sometimes I just want to get rid of it all. You know what it is? I got rid of it because like you guys know like I'm like, really into skincare right now. And so like, like now it's easier for me to like apply it to my whole face and my neck if I get rid of all of it, but it'll be back and whatever. It's just hair. Aislinn, hey Aislinn. So when we hit 75 on Kick, do we finally get those special emojis? I have to go in and I have to look to see if I can upload them. I have a lot of the emojis that we have on YouTube and Twitch downloaded in my like one of my folders on my computer, so it shouldn't be that difficult for me to upload. It just comes down to whether or not I'll actually do it. Oh my god, too funny, too funny. I know, but you know what? Amberlynn's the lazy one. Amberlynn's lazy. Oh god. Amberlynn, thank you so much for 5 gifted memberships on Kick. Guys, Kick is popping off. Oh my god, are we still up over 100 viewers on Kick right now? What are we at? What are we at? 110! Holy moly! 110! Thank you so much, guys. What are we at? Achievements. Oh, we're still at 68. Oh my god. So I'm thinking maybe at the end of the night, when it updates or whatever, it'll move up to 69. So 69 out of 7. We are so close! The path to partner. Ugh. I love working on things. I like achieving goals. Thank you for making it possible for me, guys. Oh my goodness. We also had 5 additional Kick memberships come in from, 10, not 5, 10. An unknown entity sent in 10 gifted memberships. Wow. Pretty much like everyone's a Kick member at this point. I mean, I remember when we first, well, not first, because it was kind of the same, but Twitch, remember like Twitch, like how many gifted memberships we used to get on Twitch from like Cat's Damn Meow and Chazzy and like all these other people? Yeah, that doesn't really happen too much anymore. But Kick, though, a lot of gifted memberships on Kick. Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much, Amberlynn and an unknown entity. Let's get question marks emojis for an unknown entity's 10 gifted memberships. Thank you. Jesus, thank you again. Sorry, my bad for getting dark, but I don't believe I don't believe anything that Emily says, so that my theory is just a shot in the dark. Well, I mean, I have said in the past that I do believe Amberlynn is a self-destructive person. So I don't think what you suggested is too far off. I mean, I think that there's a lot of self-loathing there, and I think that there's a lot of anger. So I don't think that what you suggested is too far out of the realm of possibility. Jesse James, thank you. If my job is going to make me sift through years of data, they can give me overtime to do it from home. If they want it done faster, engineer heart hands. Oh gosh, they're making you take home work? I hope you're not salary. That's bullshit. Taking home homework and doing it at home? No. You do it from this hour to this hour, and then after that, you get your own life. Tell them. I'm sure they'll love to hear that. Not that Danny, hello there. Lies like she eats spaghetti. That's enough, Amber. That's enough lying for tonight, Amber. I think that's enough lying, Amber. Put down the lying, Amber. Save some lying for the rest of us, Amber. Exactly, Teardrop. Thank you so much, Danny. Jane Doe, thanks again. Every time she says that she lied, someone should ask her, how do we know if she's telling the truth? Get me on there. I'll speak to her real good. Oh my goodness. I don't know. Fill out an application. I'm sure that they would love to have you. Anyone that would love to be on that panel, I'm sure that they would invite on. Novaturian, thank you so much for the very generous donation. Emily and Amber are both cash motivated. Emily thought that she could have all her needs met by being with Amber. Their relationship was built in La La Land. Reality must be slapping hard, even a whole ass year later. Idiot heart hands. I think that Amberlynn is cash motivated just to get by. Like, she's not really trying to ball out or anything like that, but she's trying to have everything taken care of and paid for. Emily, I don't know. I don't know if I have thoughts on that. But Emily trying to use Amberlynn to get by. I mean, Amber was the one that moved in with Emily for a few months and was living off of her. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I would need more information. Thank you so much for sending that in, Novaturiant. I really appreciate that. Very generous. Thank you. Thank you. Stevie, hello. Thank you for 18 months. People who are respectful usually don't have to go around demanding respect. Yeah, really. Respectful people aren't the first person getting up in people's faces saying, I demand your respect. That's kind of what I meant by that earlier. Oh, God. It's usually like the worst people always talking about respect and shit. Like, shut up. Blue Zelda, hello. My snoring Rottweiler Schnaps says, hi, Roddy Heart Hands paws to you. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for that, Blue Zelda. Paw Heart Hands back to you. This is my interpretation of a paw. Thank you so much, Blue Zelda. Sweet dreams to Schnaps. Leona Lynn, thank you for 10 months. Amber just showed her neck on bus. I ran back to the comfort of your stream. Oh, Lord. Oh, God. I mean, I heard the other day that Amberlynn, like, cut her choker off or something. I don't know. That whole, like, let's do crazy stuff for donations shit. It just, I don't know. Kind of cringe. But, you know. Noise LX, thank you. She doesn't respect minors. She doesn't respect minors, let alone elders. You know what? I'm tired of this. I will have you know that Billie Eilish was very mature for her age. Okay? I'm tired of this. Doesn't respect minors, let alone elders. Yeah. I don't like it. But yeah, you kind of cleared. What a jinx, hello. I applaud you for trudging through all of this LCU shit. Super chat heart hands. Please like the stream, shorties. If you guys wouldn't mind clicking the thumbs up on the stream, I would really appreciate it. Helps push me in the algorithm. It helps push my algorithm to bigger and better things. Not, you know, people wearing oxygen masks. So I know what I want my algorithm to be. Would appreciate it if you guys liked it. Thank you. Goose, thank you for your membership on YouTube. Hey, Goose. Good old Goose. Titus, hello there. Congratulations on hitting your kick target. Well, we're not quite there yet. We're not quite there. We're doing well. We're doing well on kick, but you know, almost. Maybe next week. Maybe next week. I don't know. Little Seal Girl, thank you so much. Oh, hey, how you doing? How you doing, Little Seal Girl? Living in the real world, it's so hard to get by. Our lovely Nickelodeon As Told by Ginger reference. I am late, but I used to use Schmoop. Yeah, Schmoop. I mean, like, I like my senior year of high school, like, like, the novels that would be assigned, like, I would read them. I read all of them. But my one girlfriend I was in the class with, like, I don't think that she read any of them. Like, I mean, we would get assigned a new novel maybe like once every few weeks. And I mean, I don't think that she ever read them. I think that she just read the summary on Schmoop. Like 20 minutes before the test. I think that that's what she would do. Schmoop. I wonder if Schmoop is still around. Oh, God. Angel has 2 legs. Thank you so much. I'm part of the Jord Horde. Oh, my God. If I make a World of Warcraft guild, is that what I should call it? The Jord Horde. Oh my God. KK, thank you. On bus just now, they did a neck reveal, and there is cheese. I'm sure I'll see screenshots at some point on Twitter, but I don't want to go out of my way to look that up. I'm not nauseous this evening, but Zofran might entice. Thank you so much, KK. Potato, hey there. In the 90s, my mom had soap operas, and now I have this. I know. I kind of said, well, yeah, what do you mean in the 90s? There's still some really good soap operas on today. I love Young and the Restless and Bold and the Beautiful in the 90s. But yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, this isn't that much different than a soap opera, except like what we're doing is real and like soap operas are all scripted. But yeah. It's our soap opera. Mm-hmm. Cow, hello, Cow Kawerner. I heard you shaved, tabbed over from my game, and I got a jump scare. Looking good, Gray King. Bald heart hands. Bald? Oh, like bald? I don't know. Do you call that about someone's face? Bald? I've only ever thought of bald as like on their head. Bald. Thank you so much. I don't know how I feel about that though, but yeah. Sometimes you just got to get rid of hair. You know, it's like refreshing, you know, to get like a haircut or shave. Like you just feel good. Reebs stole your mom. Thank you so much for gifting a subscription on Kick to Kuro. Appreciate you doing that, Reebs. Thank you. I get to keep 95% of that gifted subscription. I'll have y'all know. Good old 95%. LT. Wow. Thank you so much. Some gifted memberships just came in for YouTube. Hello, everybody. We have some YouTubers now being members, courtesy of LT. Thank you so much for doing that, LT. I really appreciate that. Yeah, really. BLT minus the LT. You're just the LT, right? Guys, let's get lettuce and tomato emojis for LT. I have no idea if that's what it stands for, but that's what we're doing, gosh darn it. Thank you so much, LT. I really appreciate that. Katrina Rose, hi there. I posted a short of the neck from tonight. Okay, I am not going to go out of my way to see it. If I see it, it happens, but I'm not going out of my way. So viewing will not entice, I'll tell you that much. Oh my God, pull it up.
Bitch!
You need to stay turned around for, let's say, 20 seconds.
Fucking ass fucking bitch!
Turn around.
I'm about to quit.
It's not bad. I clean it every night.
You saw a bug on her neck. Show the
What's
back
there?
of your neck. What the fuck is that? Wait, no, stay spun around. Stay spun
No,
around.
wait, no, it's on my thing. Hold on.
What? No, stay spun around. What was that? Is that hair? What is that? Turn around.
I don't know. I don't want to know. I don't know, and I don't want to know. Yeah, okay. There is not going to be a post-stream snack. I'll tell you that much. Okay. That is going to be it tonight, you guys. Kind of a little non-traditional stream, I guess. I don't know. There was a lot to talk about, a lot to do. So, I really appreciate it. I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for all of the gifteds, all of the super chats, likes on the stream, participation in the chat. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Until next time, for some more fun, I will see you guys later. Have a